Candyland Studio presents Purely Poetry.
The news is a pain in the neck. The pain in my neck is the news. It came and goes like a note about a decision by men in military robes. Well, there's a bright spot or a few in the comics page where an only child makes the grade. Young ones dance, I read after the fact. Frozen in a picture, I can see the fronts, but not the dancing backs. Soon to be recycled or blown by the wind. The paper's always there, like my neck. News is transient as pain and thoughts.
Now I'm starting to think about
I gotta read this one. This is called When It All Goes Back. When my forks and spoons et al. Dig to the center of the planet, pieces of food and all. When the furniture walks back to the forest, when ice cubes slip to the poles, when seawater into a river flows, when the hummingbird stops and rests, wind is freed from a wave's crest, when paint peels off and back into the can, when an old man learns to walk again, when ashes become witches, river stones remain from bridges, when happy ever after returns to gloom, when the old man, old woman goes back into the womb, that'll be the end for me and you. Turtles on your neck, curves that hide from light, zipped over pairs of legs, yet curve it just right. A soft breeze whispered in the high wind that blisters, you did not listen. I touched your 2 feet with warm hands drenched in sweat, bees. Could you or would you feel the heat? No! Sensations I once rode, exposed to winter's cold, insecure and on my toes, are now women covered in clothes. That's the name of the poem. Restless squids. Big jerk bully. Stand over them sullied. Look at them. Innocent. Noisy is their nature until they sleep. Children that they are, shut their little eyelids, exhausted. Played all day, restless squids, irrepressible kids. This is the long stretch. In the long, long stretch, life looks blank, like black, such as nothing, excessive lack. All things come rushing out. Thunderous situations one day hold for timorous vibrations, taking over all fours, knees jerking, hoping against the inevitable. The long stretch is edible. It is murky and gummy, slowing down, wormy, a mind full with precautious worry. Sweeping the territory for all possible disease with 2 broad hands, broadcasting fearful intentions in a narrow-minded band. Avoiding mistakes at the cost of the land that is not yet underneath, long stretched, too thin to perceive.
like that. I love that line too. The stretch ahead is edible. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. That perspective. It's a long stretch, but then you eat it.
This is a poem for Lord Loner. It's called Lord Loner. Lord Loner, you are the owner of a God-sized hole. Lord Loner, you are a roamer with no company but your soul. Lord Loner, you have no other, no one to bother. Opposite unknown. Lord Loner, what more do you want? You know what's relevant. We're all alone.
One more. You must have really good eyesight.
I know, that's what I'm like. I want to see. We want to see your poems on that camera.
Zooming. Oh, I can, yeah. Okay.
It's still, so easy.
Still, it's
I know, right?
small. I mean, making it like one word in the
Roll
frame.
around. I know. It's like, how's he doing that?
Tell us, dear friend.
I think I read this one last time, but I'll read it again. It's called When It All Goes Back. When my forks and spoons at all dig to the center of the planet, pieces of food and all. When the furniture walks back to the forest, when ice cubes slip to the poles, when seawater into a river flows, when the hummingbird stops and rests, wind is freed from a wave's crest, when paint peels off and back into the can, and the old man learns to walk again, when ashes become witches, river stones remain from bridges, when happy ever after returns to gloom, when the old woman goes back into the womb, that'll be the end for me and you.
Join us for Purely Poetry the first Friday of every month, only at Candyland Studio. Call 333-2044 for more info. No pressure, just poetry. See you there. Sincerely, Sharon. P.S. If you can't read this, that's okay. Just remember to check out www.candylandstudio.com and stay tuned in.